a little after 4. Oh, there's that nice lady who wanted the crackers earlier. She actually gave me $10 extra. When I tried to give it back, she wanted to thank me and tell me thank you for being honest. Oh, go ahead! Very nice lady. Anyway, the food is at First Christian Church. 3 of the people who serve us there work here at the Safeway, and they feed us because they're members of the local church, same church the Scudders go to. So I think I better turn it on. Anyway, it's a First Christian Church, and there's a lot of people there who, well, let's just say they ain't exactly the God-fearing folks they claim to be. If they commit sin, no problem. If they break the law, no problem. Jesus will cover it. I don't see Jesus used for anything good. Also, before we try shoving Jesus into our schools, I think we should subpoena Jesus to court and find out what Jesus wants. Maybe Jesus doesn't want us being dickheads in his name to fucking kids. Just saying. Oh, come on, cracker ass. Parking space here to park in. There is. Anyway, I don't have a lot of battery charge, but I got enough to at least go ahead and eat. Na 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 na. Let's see how much charge we got first. 21%. All right, 21%. So I'm gonna make sure I plug in one of my other spare batteries. Maybe this one. Yeah, this will work. The Adam Family. Ba-na-na-na. Where did I put my goddamn key? There it is. Shit. Apparently I misplaced my fucking hoodie. Fuck it. I'll survive it. Anyway, this is one of the places where I recorded the staff saying that they aren't trained in their mandated reporter stuff. That sucks for all of us.
Hey, what's up?
Bonjour. Getting ready to get something to eat. What are you up to, Christian?
Nothing really. I meant to, I didn't try to bail on you about that spot to help you set up there. I just didn't really know. I was late the first time. I was like late or whatever, but
I'm used to it.
yeah, I mean, it's just as walking is, it's a pain. I don't get to.
I yelled and screamed and cursed at my YouTube channel.
There you go.
You know how I've been.
Yeah. There you go.
I still think you're a person, even if you're anything else.
Right, see ya.
Yes, sir.
Wonder how many Facebooks she's had.
Cinnamon and 3 seeds porridge. I don't think that worked out for Goldilocks. Oh my god, tofu. Does it taste like my toes? I hope not. I can smell them from here and it's not that delicious.
Well, the tofu will pick up any flavor that you put it in. No, that's what they say. I don't like tofu.
Tofu.
But they say just plain like that. It don't have to flavor.
Apparently we must not have made the Tillamook cheese factory people happy. There's no cheese.
Nope, not this.
Maybe next season, next year,
Maybe.
year after that, maybe.
Maybe.
2-second everything.
Plant-based dip and spread or probiotic cream cheese. Oh my god, that'll make me fart crooked. I'll take it. I'm afraid to try the tofu. Shriver. Alright, what else do I need?
I'm just tired.
Nothing. I'm gonna go sit down and let them feed me.
Okey-dokey.
Oh, Maruchan Raymond. I'll take one of those. It's roasted chicken flavor. So it takes after me. Oh my god, I can have a whole table to myself.
We did. You go for it. Pardon? You go for it.
Can you see the food?
Apparently somebody calling themselves Ragnarok or Boy is typing, can you wish my friend Charlie a happy birthday? Or you can wish him one. Type happy birthday.
Kept bringing it, so I said,
Mine is well set. I can grab it, but I totally agree. It's like
that was good food.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Right. You better come tell me.
We gotta do different things all the time.
Something to drink tonight?
I'd like a beer bong and a keg of tequila.
Huh. Does it come in a plastic bottle?
You got what seconds?
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you though.
Milk, coffee, water.
Milk.
Okay. Best milk in the business.
It does the body good.
Yep. There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
You don't just get the house. You know what I mean? Okay, so I go to work every day for you,
Bless you.
and then your pay stubs put it on a house. I was talking about the average. Yes, average is big for teaches you how to walk in a straight line. Walking in a straight line. I learned that as a boy. I learned that as a boy.
Yeah. I prefer using a cane to the crutches. They keep pinching off my armpits and then my arms go numb.
It's my hips that give me the worst. The armpits are the thing too. There you go.
Oh, for me, it's a matter of with the cane, my hand will cramp up, but I can still hold it. With those, I'll eventually just, my fingers go numb and I drop them.
I almost took your crutches. What do you need tonight? Half and half. Together? Separate. That one? Half of that one. Okay, I'll do that.
Window.
Yep, you're welcome.
You going, Larry?
He said hi to me. He said hi to me.
How'd your day go today?
Horrible. None of the people that were gonna show up showed up as per usual, and I wasted a bunch of money today as per usual. I did get to run an errand for a lady. She gave me too much money, and when I brought it back, she was thankful for that.
That's hard when people don't show up.
It is. On the bright side, I knew he was an addict, and I knew that he probably wasn't gonna show up. I just had to depend on somebody.
I did laundry and I'm exhausted. I put it off as long as I could, but do that a lot.
I finally got mine washed night before last, I think.
It's a pain in the clutches, so I put it off as long as
Yeah, I get looked at funny when I take one load of laundry, but it takes me 3 trips to get it in there.
Have you ever been married?
No, ma'am. I've never even had a girlfriend. I'm kind of scared of people. I'm kind of scared of people. I was never attractive. I was short and fat, and then I was covered in pimples, and then I went bald. And I've never had money, so I mean, not much to show for it. People today don't really care who you are as a human being so much as what you can provide. And I can't provide for myself, let alone somebody else.
you never had a girlfriend in high school.
No, no, I grew up in the system with the no contact rule. And by the time I was no longer in the system, everybody else had already gone through their whole puberty thing, and I'd already missed that portion of learning in my life. So basically, all of the acceptable social behaviors that I learned is it's never okay to touch anybody because touching people is bad. For the most part, I try to stick to that rule as an adult because if somebody's offended that I even looked in their direction and I can go to prison literally for looking somebody's direction, it's probably not a good idea for me to touch people. Plus, women didn't show me any interest until I was an adult, and they weren't women, they were little kids. I don't mean like literally little kids, but you know, like 16 to 17-year-old girls that have crushes on you when you're like 30. That's creepy. I'm told I'm supposed to be flattered, but the problem is that it's creepy to the point of like stalker creepy. So there's no flattery there. It's just fear that some crazy person is going to do crazy stuff. On the bright side, we can depend on frogs to be frogs, we can depend on birds to be birds, and we can depend on people to be crazy.
How old are you?
42. Yeah.
You got a lot of time ahead of you.
I hope not. I've had enough of this.
40s is really a difficult time. You'll get through it.
I don't want to. I'd like to not wake up some morning for a change. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. We'll see you Tuesday again.
Maybe.
If you need food.
Depends on if I have to come back into town for errands again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Have a good weekend.
Yes, sir. Fuck this country and everyone in it. I do mean that. I didn't see any of the people I was looking for in there, which sucks. And I'm about to drop my phone again. I can't have that. It's already broken to all hell. And if I bring it any further, it might not work again. I don't have the money for a new phone. So that guy Michael, the guy who's really loud and gets really excited, the lady I ran that errand for earlier and got her those crackers, that's Mike's mom. He means well. She says that often. She says he means well. Yeah, he does. Well, I suppose I ought to go back down there and see if that guy's willing to help at camp. Since he wasn't there earlier to help out with the other stuff. Life happens, right? So I'll go down there one more time, see if he wants to go up to camp. I don't have a lot of money to pay him, but I have more than nothing, which is okay. I'm glad to have more than just absolutely fucking nothing. If I can pay him $20, I'm doing well. And I have $20 I could pay him. It's worth than $20. I don't have enough to live on. Because again, just like last month and the month before and the month before and the month before, I'm running around in fucking circles and not getting anywhere. Meanwhile, I get to hear about a lot more of my loved ones ending up dead. You know, that's basically the only time people ever get a hold of me is to give me the list of dead people. Hey, Sean, here's all the people that you didn't get to see for the last 6 years, 7 years, that are all dead now. You're welcome, Sean, for not caring while these people were alive. Great one more block. I think I'm gonna go down by the Lily and A. Goodspeed Park just in case. That's on my route to flip around. That's better. Alright, got my rear mirror fixed. Getting floppy. I had to move it a lot when it had a big old connector on it. It had a rear view mirror cam or whatever it's called. Dash cam basically. But it was huge. And it took up a lot of space. It was difficult to see. Anyway, I don't see any of the people that I came here to see either. So now it's down to where the homeless people hang out. Hopefully the one I'm looking for is there. Hopefully it's not all jumped out of the door. I can make room for them in my vehicle. what's her name? Robert Farnsworth's sister, Ashley. I'm supposing her name might be Farnsworth, but I don't know. Maybe she's been married. Maybe they got different dads or something. Anyway, Brian said you show up in the home. That's what I did. I'm asking him again. Brian's pretty easy to tell from the other hobos. He's got a dog. Oh. All I can hear is the traffic. Yeah, well, I've had it. It just hasn't been running. Nice.
Just got off work.
I didn't know you worked at Burger King.
I've been clean for a long time. I've only relapsed once, but
I've been complaining about all the brown people taking care of me with all these white people snooting their nose at me. I had to finally stop that because it was getting me a lot of hatred from a lot of white people. I still speak up though.
but I help fellows. I help my white folk and my brown folk.
And see, that's rightfully how it should be. Like, I'm not out here just out for me. I'm out here for all of us because we're all stuck in the same shithole on the
Bro,
same
I
mob.
go out and clean for my family a couple hours just for food. But I mean, I don't look at too much like that. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, don't even pay me, bro. So, like, you guys supposed to be my family. Like, they want me to stay there and all, but I'm like, there's too much going on. I'm gonna help you the way I can.
When it gets too loud of an environment, it may be a good invite, but it might not be the right environment. I know there's a lot of people that offered me help, and I really needed the help. But when I got there, they were too drunk to help anybody, least of all me.
That's literally my relation. That's literally my relation right there. So I ended up going to my father's. Can't even bring this stuff home.
Shit, in Nebraska.
And bro,
That shit gotta be bubble wrapped.
In Nebraska, you can smoke just cigarettes. In Colorado, you can smoke pot. But the thing is, in Colorado, you can't smoke cigarettes inside.
Alright, that's all you do. I have to listen to my dog.
Thank you. Be safe.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Oh yeah, reach back. Yeah, Brian told me to pull up and honk like an idiot. All right, not like an idiot. He told me to pull up Thursday and honk my horn, and he'd be here and he'd come right out. So just following instructions.
Well, he said he'd be right back.
All right.
So he's not even here. And I don't know when he'll like actually be back.
I don't want to sit here looking stupid, but I also don't have anywhere else to go. Oh. Fun place to be homeless.
That's my camp right up there. So,
Yeah, I feel rude about pulling up and honking. That's something where I come from that would have been considered rude, you know. But when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That's what he tells me to do.
Around here it's more of just trying to get some sort of attention. Anything.
Well, I also understand, like, all right, so it's a tweaker. I shouldn't call it that, but you know, basically, you don't want to walk into people's camp. They could be on any sort of substances. There might be that people who are there who are volatile and need babysat. You know, you never know when a situation like that can become volatile just because you're not familiar with the motherfucker. And I'm a motherfucker, just, you know. So I decided to follow instructions, but follow my P's.
Well, I mean, you know, you're cool. I know you. You're sitting here waiting for Brian. You have nowhere else to go. Go ahead and go forward and pull off into your grass there.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right.
Of the path. Pull off in the grass. With the pine tree.
All right.
And then you can just sit there with Brian.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, baby.
Show up where I fucking live, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I guess I'm headed. That's Farnsworth's sister and her boyfriend. So, it's one of the things about people stealing my money, taking advantage of me. I knew she was a drug addict. I knew I was probably gonna get took. But you know, people give you lip service. Anyway, if it's an unsafe situation, I don't stick around. That first gentleman to come speak with me, he's a pretty nice feller. Her boyfriend, he was pretty nice to me too, wasn't he? He didn't start no shit, didn't start a fight, didn't start a ruckus. I save my BS for when it's necessary. And only when it's necessary. Now for her, the last time I knew, she was gonna help me. And then of course, that other gentleman that I spoke with is supposed to be back shortly, I guess. He said that she left a note for him saying that she was gonna be back and a bunch of other stuff. That was the day before yesterday. So that's probably in, you know, the most recent 10 videos on my channel. God, there ain't no pulling out of here. Traffic won't stop. It's a good time. Anyway, I'm angry because I always got to depend on addicts. I don't want to depend on addicts. I'd like to be able to do this stuff for myself. That's my radiator fluid. Now for the stuff with Farnsworth, her being his sister, she was able to give me some useful information about it. Like he's got narcissistic rage and stuff like that. That's something I'm definitely going to pay attention to. He does have an actual history of hurting people. Like actually hurting people. Not like with me where people just pretend like I might and it's good enough. He actually hurts people.
want to call them, it's the same thing. It means the same thing. Like the difference between prostitute and whore. They're the same thing. Just one of them is a derogatory word. When you feel bad for her, she's a prostitute. Or no, when you feel bad for her, she's human trafficked. When you want to get off, she's a prostitute. When you're mad at her, she's a whore. What's the difference between stuff and junk? My stuff or yours? What's the difference between trauma and drama? Same, mine or yours. Now, obviously, that situation there is not a safe situation. I didn't expect it to be. So good for me. Anyway, people can be as angry as they want. They can be as angry as they want that they're recorded and on the internet. They seem to not give a shit when it happened to me. If I post it up, though, I'm somehow evil, right? I'm sort of horrible monster that needs to be harmed over and over and over again, right? How dare you be honest, Sean? How dare you? You have offended my sensitive ass. Well, that's great news. We're in a war, damn it. We're going to have to offend somebody. Anna! You never brought me my coffee. Yeah, I've been pretty much run off everywhere here in town. I'm scary. Oh my god. I can't hear you over the traffic. And of course my beeping car. Haven't been able to get any help. Been running around in circles to all the different places I'm told to go to. I called suicide hotline because they apparently are supposed to help. They don't. I get called mentally ill as the excuse not to listen to me, and then I'm magically sane when they want to be assholes. So they basically bounce back and forth between whichever one makes it easiest to do nothing. I'll probably be here in that parking space for about the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so. Okay. That'll work. Spoil the hell out of me. Don't tell them where it's going, though, because I don't want your boss being, well, depending on which boss is there. Nick's a dick. I didn't know Nick had an Aryan Brotherhood tattoo. Yeah, he's got an Aryan Brotherhood tattoo, and he's also got the spider on his head.
Yeah, the spider I don't like.
But yeah.
He almost got fucked up when she first started working, man.
Do what?
Nick almost got her ass whooping when she first started working at McDonald's because she had a thing in her hand. Right? Now, a cast or something, because she had broken her finger. And he went and acted like he was going to snatch it off her head. And he didn't, though. I was like, man, I threw that big ass motherfucker that deep fryer.
She didn't believe my fingers were broken. I broke this finger and that finger.
Yeah, and he was acting like this was
He's capable of talking nice, but he's still a dick. Like, those guys that are in there talking that racist bullshit and talking about shooting hobos, that's what got me kicked out of there. I was recording that shit because they were being racist assholes and specifically targeting very loud about the hobos, and it is. Yeah, there's like 3 guys there that get coffee, and there's 7 guys bought stuff. I made sure that I bought stuff. I made sure I was a customer. Well, the day I got kicked out of there, those guys were being racist to start off with, and then they were really pushing the hobo hating stuff and talking about getting illegal guns and fucking shooting us. I don't. I got a food stamp card. There's still like $60 on it. I'm not gonna bitch. Fucking wasn't gonna ask either. I just figured since I saw you.
I liked you coming through. You were really nice.
Well, Nick didn't, and everybody let me know that. It's not like we weren't aware.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew that was coming, especially with them coming in every morning and doing that. I only spoke up twice about that, once to Joey and once to one of the assistant managers. But the day I was told I had a choice between either not recording or leaving, I had to make the choice to leave because I can't be in there in an unsafe situation with Aryan Brotherhood making anti-Jew jokes, talking about shooting people, manufacturing illegal firearms and stuff like that. Like,
there ain't many of them. There aren't that many of them here. We fucking up. Talking shit like that. There ain't many AVs in Oregon. That's a southern group.
well, that's the thing is that Aryan Brotherhood ain't that big here in Oregon, but the KKK is, and that's a southern clique too. Tillamook, Oregon, I got church folks telling me to be afraid of the KKK here.
I didn't even know they're still around.
They are.
Well, they're not as big in the South. They're a lot bigger here in Nebraska than they are in the South.
Yeah, if you'll make, I'll get you a coffee and I'll get you some beer.
All right, well, I'm going to go sit in my car and look at my phone and think about how much my life doesn't suck because Anna showed up.
Like I said, I always liked you. You were never rude to anyone in there. You always said to yourself. And when they kicked you out, I was really upset about that. But I knew Nick was pushing for it. I knew he was.
Yeah, everybody told me. And
Nick was pushing hard for it because he's like, he just makes this whole place look bad. I'm like, no, he don't. He stays in this one spot. And all them other people just sit there and destroy this fucking place and they get to stay.
yeah, but for me, it was when they were really, really pushing hard. I sat in that morning and I just sat down and they immediately started talking about, one of them was talking about how he was in the police force and how, you know, if there was hobos, they just this and they just that and they just run them out of town. And they were talking about a few of the racist things with BLM. I'm like, I understand some of the hatred towards BLM because they're a racist network themselves, but not actual racism. Do what?
They're not for what they claim.
Exactly. There's a lot of people pissed off at BLM, not just white folks. We're all fighting hard for the victims' rights. No victim left behind. But we got Me Too, which is supposed to be the same thing. It's not. It's man-hating. And for men like me who grew up in horrible conditions, it just sucks. All right, I better let you get my coffee.
Okay, yeah. Just give me a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'll see ya.
Well, that's I'm not sure if it recorded her talking to me, but it's hard to hear her over my beeping car. In a beeping car because it's charging my battery, and holy shit, I can smell my stinky ass socks from here. It smells like ammonia and toe jam. I can only imagine what it's going to be like with her going through the drive-thru. I'm here for a 15 and 15. They'll know exactly who it's for if she says that too. That was my name there for like 6 months, 15 and 15. Nick's not the brightest of fellers. I'll give him that. But you know what? He's bright enough to be able to get a manager's position at the local McDonald's. And some of you might say that's not saying much, but there is bookwork involved. And bookwork is not only no fun, it's a pain in the ass, and it's not easy. Especially when it's a stressful environment and you got employees having to come bug you to fucking wipe their ass every 10 minutes.
So I do try to put myself in other people's shoes and see it from their point of view. But the fact is, I'm not making the place look trashy. It's a fucking McDonald's. A McDonald's. It's not like I went into a 5-star restaurant smelling like fucking shit. Taking a big fat fucking squat in the middle of one of their fucking tables. Hobos make you look bad, so it's okay to harm hobos because they make you look bad, right? And you don't stop to consider how much of that we do have to go through. Burger and coffee or not, Anna's a badass. And a lot of people that work there are bummed. The other gentleman who works at the Burger King, I'm trying to remember his name. He's got a twin brother. I can't tell them apart. I can't remember their names. It takes me a while and I meet a lot of people, but they're always cool to me. Some people keep confusing me for a guy they used to know named Steve. Apparently used a lot of drugs here and then disappeared. And some people confuse me for him, and it takes them a minute to realize I'm not. But he did drugs with a lot of the people here. So that gets me in good just because I look like a guy. It doesn't really get me in good. It gets me in so people are slightly more at ease with me than otherwise they would be. Because I look like someone they know. Boogers. I told her I would be here for, oh God, it's not even 5 o'clock yet. I thought it was closer to 6:30. I guess that's what I get for not checking the time. I'm easy to victimize because I have no friends and family. Some people want to point out when somebody finally did show up to do something. How long did it take for those things to happen? And how much did it cost me? And what did they actually do? How many people wanted to make empty promises? Of course, I wasn't going to know they were empty promises unless I showed up there like I was told to. Hey, Sean, if you were here in California, Sean, you should come to California. Hey, Sean, you ever think about coming to California? Hey, Sean, I'll help you if you come to California. It didn't work out so well, did it? Now, the people that I know, I had to beg for help. God, my hands are all sliced to ribbons. Let's take a look at these ugly-ass meds. All sorts of holes all over my hand. Trying to trudge through the bushes. There's a bunch of blackberries up there. Right here's a good looking one that's infected.
Here's some more. And some more. I'm all sorts of scratched up. And I got some on my side. I got one under my armpit too that's pretty large. Oh God, I should have told Anna I just ate dinner, but I'm always hungry. There's about 4 people at the feed that I get along with, and I could have gotten seconds there, but the people that I went there to see weren't there. There was some of the staff there, like Eileen was there, and her daughter Mary was there, so those are 2 of the people that I needed to speak with, but ever since the last incident with Farnsworth, it's been pretty much a situation where they avoid me. Stuff that really is a cause for alarm for me here is the KKK crap, because it's just, it's never ending. Maybe while that's going, I can charge up my tablet here a little bit. Maybe see if my shiny horses are there yet. I'll show you my shiny horses. Or not. And she's right. I mean, it's not like everybody didn't tell. Half of the people that worked there are recorded on camera speaking about the situation with Nick. I got 5 stimulants. They got what's called a dungeon, and I went into the dungeon and I got myself some horses. So, they're shiny horses. They're called Equus. And they change colors. But you gotta go into the dungeon to get one. This one's about to have a baby in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. The one next to it is about to have a baby in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. And this one at 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So that's my dinosaur game. That's what I use to try to keep myself from going completely batshit fucking bonkers. I better get on my mammoth and move in, because as soon as those babies are born, I gotta be able to claim them.
And they're so cute. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I told you I have you. Like I said, I haven't been able to find you recently. So I've been able to just get coffee and run to get it to you.
Well, I've been running around trying to do all the stuff that they tell me I'll be able to. Yeah, if I do this, I can get help. If I do that, I can get help. The problem is I've been running out of everywhere here, same way as the situation with McDonald's, some of them worse. There's a lot of mean people here. And don't get me wrong, there's nice people, but they're not able to offset the evils of the people who are just doing vindictive shit just because, well, how dare I be hobo? Yep.
Like I said, I mean, you were never a bad person. I mean, I always liked you to come in because you were always nice to us. Even in drive-thru, you weren't a problem. Like, I had a person today, he was just a straight up asshole to me in drive-thru. But guess what? He still gets to come every fucking day.
Well, he probably wasn't recording the racist assholes in the back corner.
Right, he just saw Amber, the manager. Amber, oh my god, it made her mad. Jesus, he didn't talk.
The guy that was being a dick to you today?
Yeah, man, I had to park him because he had got quarter pounders, right? And you know, quarter pounders are cooked fresh. So I told him I need to pull him in the spot too. Well, he was like, straight up, there's no one behind me. Why do I got park? And I'm like, because our, drive-thru is on a sensor. It's on a timer. And I'm like, I know there's no one behind you, but I do need you to park. Oh, he gave me the ugliest ass look ever and drove off with, pissed off looking. And Amber brought his food out and he jerked it out of her hand. And then she was like, have a nice day. Didn't respond to her at all, so she turned around, have a nice day. But I mean, people, that's just fucked up.
Well, on the bright side, I do like her a lot more than I like Nick, and she didn't want to do that either, She's the one that had to follow Nick's instructions.
Yep.
Well, some customers were complaining. I'm like, yeah, the customers in the back corner that were talking about killing homeless people.
The coffee crew.
And I have them recorded doing that. I mean, I literally recorded that whole situation. As soon as people are talking about killing homeless folks, yeah, my ears perk up.
Yeah.
Especially when they're going out of their way to talk about it in this voice. I'm like, holy shit.
They don't hide it.
Yep. And the
but
thing
they get
is,
really quiet when certain people walk near them. I've learned that. Like when I start to walk near them and go to the bathroom, they get really quiet for a second. They quiet down just a little.
sometimes they try to engage with Joey, and he tries to laugh at their stuff a little bit, but I mean, he doesn't really seem too comfortable with them either.
No, he's not there anymore though.
I saw him day before yesterday. He got fired?
Yeah, but it was his fault in a sense because he didn't call the store nothing about what was going on in his life. And for his shifts, he just stopped showing up completely. And then like a week or so later on, then he's like showing up, trying to go to work, and they're like, dude, what?
We had to take you off the ship, off the whatever, so yeah. It makes sense.
It technically was his fault. I mean, we all liked him. But I mean,
a no call, no show for a week. Yeah.
And that hurt us in the morning time because usually he was like our third body to come in for service. And we don't really have a third body. We kind of struggle for a second. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, he's not there no more. I
Well,
think he's trying to find a different job, but I don't know where. He's off, like, at the end of town for right now.
a lot of the problems that I have at one place end up carrying over to another. Like, at the Fred Meyer's, there's some of the people there that I got along with that would have helped me, but then there's the people who, much like Nick,
Didn't care
can't
what
be
you.
can't be having an ugly vehicle. It makes the business look bad.
Yeah, and some people. I had a manager that drove a vehicle that looked worse than this.
Yep.
Like, way worse.
Well, I
Their
can't go to
headlights was a
the
bar across their hood.
I can't go to the Starbucks in Fred Meyer either.
What?
I can't go to the Starbucks over next to the Denny's. I can't go to the Burger King next to the Denny's because they're all connected to the Denny's parking lot. I'm not allowed in the Denny's parking lot. Very similar situation. But also, the guy who was in charge there, he wasn't as understanding of the situation as you two are. But Nick. When I explained to other people about the safety issues here, about how I don't fit in, I'm not a local. When people, have services that are supposed to go to people like me, I'm not a local. So going to these services alone results in me being stuck in parking lots for too long. I can't go to the Chevron now. I can't go to the Shiloh Inn. I can't go to Goodwill because none of these places want to see my car. Even if I'm a customer there every single day, they don't want to see my car. They don't want to see me. And all of them have the same thing. Oh, well, customers are complaining about you. I'm like, what's there to complain about? I go over to the far end of the parking lot to do my bitch and whine and moaning and complaining, so I'm not bugging anybody. When I'm inside of the Starbucks or inside of the McDonald's or inside of any other business where it's a situation where I need to record, I never want it to get to the point where I have to record. But after I've had 2 or 3 instances of run-ins with those racist assholes, it gets to the point where I have to record every time I go in there. On the bright side, that video is still on YouTube. Oh, my name's Sean, by the way. Darren?
Aaron.
I heard about you a whole lot the first time I met you. Oh, this is a really sweet guy. Comes in and gets 15 coffee.
15. Yeah, that was my name there for like 6 months.
Yeah, then when he started actually coming in, then we actually knew his name. Then he played Velociraptor in the bushes near the car. He's like, can I ask you out of a cancer stick? I was like, yeah, I got you.
Right.
Smoke?
I would love one. I wasn't going to ask. I wasn't going to fight you for one, that's for certain.
I'll give you one. Ain't no problem.
I don't know if I can find my lighter. Yeah, another guy works at Burger King. He came and shared a cigarette with me. Told me he's not even allowed to have that at his house. Like, yeah, I get it, because in Colorado, a lot of the people I know smoke pot, but not cigarettes. Yeah. So you can smoke pot in their house, but not cigarettes.
Yeah, but
they don't even want it in the house. They do.
Now,
he's apparently not even allowed to take it to his home. Yeah.
I get that. Sometimes. I've been in that situation.
I've never been a Mormon. Thank you. Isn't that the Mormons who, like, if you have drugs, they're supposed to kick you out according to the new Mormon God or something?
I actually don't know.
I've never been a Mormon.
All the mainstream religions use that to try to keep people from opening their mind up.
I ain't got a lighter.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that tell me about the Jesus. I'm like, the Jesus ain't going to show up in court, and he ain't going to show up in your kid's school either. Let's subpoena the Jesus, and we'll ask him if he wants to show up in your kid's school, because you keep wanting the Jesus in the school. Now, the thing is, if it was the real Jesus...
You know what time it is?
It is 5:14.
It's probably closed already.
I think it was like 6 or something. Well, we're probably going to...
If it was the real Jesus, and the real Jesus wanted to come down and teach all of our kids, the real Jesus would descend from the heavens and say, hey, I'm here to teach your kids. Would he refuse to teach the Muslim kids? I don't think he would. Although I do need to say thank you for the coffee and inform you that since you have other things to do, I'm going to have to run you off.
That's fine.
Always
we just got to make it to the pharmacy real quick.
Unless you can be a narwhal. I would love to be a narwhal.
Same. The guy in the game store, he's like, man, I need to be a dragon.
Right. I'm dragging ass.
Yeah. Hey, I'll see you, Sean.
Thank you, Anna. Whoa. Well, that's not something we want just sitting in a parking lot. I literally just found marijuanas in the parking lot. Anyway, oh, having issues. Mm. Oh, hell yes. I like the hamburgers. I think the cheese on it's nasty. We're supposed to be the richest country on earth, right? But our cheese is the nastiest. We name the nastiest cheese on the planet after our country. I can handle the cheeseburgers. They're a bit salty for me, but I'm glad to have it. Like I said, we knew that Nick didn't want me there. He was going to find any excuse. He found one. There's a lady there named Yahira, and she's one of the managers. She's really cool. It's a lot of sugar. Anyway, I do run into some of these people from time to time. Like I said, Amber didn't want to do that. She was following Nick's instructions, and Nick was looking for any excuse. It happens. Hobos make the place look trashy. That's why everybody tries to run off the hobos. That's why there's so many of us. Better than nothing. I was just glad to have a human interaction with a familiar face. I give it a few more minutes here. I don't believe the guy I'm looking for is going to be here until after 8. Not that it matters. He'll change the subject to make it about getting a job or housing. Again, as always. or I'll get an earful about his family, which is fine. I'm used to people telling me all their personal business. All right. So, not much chance of running into Brian. I knew that lady, after ripping me off for that 20, there was going to be no chance of me getting it back. There might be a chance of her not throwing a tantrum, but not much. Many people, after they rip you off, do make it about you. You're the bad guy because they ripped you off. You're the bad guy because they took advantage of you. Well, I'm pissed off, but at least I'm telling the truth. I don't have to slander your name when I'm pissed off. I can rely on telling the truth. Of course, that doesn't matter when people slander your name and you're no longer a person to any of them. On the bright side, I'm not on drugs. On the not so bright side, I have to deal with people who are on drugs and hope that they will help with turning in other predators. Many of these people claim that the police are their predators. Well, if the police are their predators, then you'd think that they'd want to work together to make sure that they're not harmed, their families aren't harmed, their friends aren't harmed. But really, like I said before, it becomes a pissing contest. Oh, free change. I found 11 cents. Cool.
How's it going?
Still breathing. Thank you for asking.
Good, very good. Glad to hear that.
It's the days I don't wake up breathing that are weird for me.
I bet that could be a little awkward for anyone, I suppose.
Thank you, ma'am.
Blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about interest. Entrust your don't trust you. Oregonians lead an active lifestyle. Hiking, kayaking, being out on the water. Better grab them. Love to take advantage of the pristine beauty our state has to offer.
Fox 12 is partnering with Fred Meyer for the Fox 12 Hunger Free Project to help benefit those in need in our community and across the state.
In January, the Colombian Orange Food Bank moved into a larger facility in Dallas, and the need in that area has only grown over the years.
I don't have much nice to say about Fred Myers.
For bathroom?
The feed the homeless thing, or feed the hungry thing. Are they really going to feed the hungry? See, if the Fred Meyers here, we got to see their measure of decency towards the homeless. About how willing they were to, well, they weren't willing to do anything nice, were they? When I got victimized by Molly, I got treated like it was my fault, my choice, and I brought it there. It wasn't just Molly, it was also the situation with all of my stuff being dropped off on me. I didn't ask for other people's mental problems or how they affect those people. I don't ask for people to not come correct. I don't ask people to not come forward and be honest. When someone does something harmful to me, well, the thing is that it was their choice to do so and not mine. A lot of people want to blame me for the harm that's been committed against me, as if I choose the actions of others. When somebody else gets violent with me, that's their choice to get violent with me. Their choice. When somebody decides to bully me, that's their choice to bully me. When somebody chooses to lie to me, that's their choice to lie to me. Of course, you guys don't see it that way. As soon as someone's called mentally ill, or they're born with a dick, everything is automatically their fault. It couldn't be anyone's fault but, oh, you need to take responsibility for your actions and whatnot. Really? Does that just go for me, or does that go for everybody? Oh, nice. That's a winner. I'll take it. No winners in that one. Anyway, I gotta go back up the mountain to camp. Try to get my camp set up so that it's not a disgusting mess. It looks like a fucking trash heap. Of course, things out here ain't looking much better. I haven't been here in a few days picking up garbage, so there's a bunch of garbage in the parking lot. Somebody's Reese's peanut butter cups melting, so instead of eating them, they just throw them down on the ground. So of course I can afford to pick it up and throw it away. It's not rocket science. Alright, some hippie lost their US bank card. Are you missing the US bank card? Are you missing the US bank card? Alright. I think one of your customers of the hippie variety dropped their card. Carry Hall back.
Trying to hook me up there.
Right on.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get the other one.
Don't tell nobody I did something nice. They'll never believe you, and I'll never hear the end of it. Empty pack of Newports? Yep. Anyway, the chances of getting help from Brian are not that great. I did follow instructions for meeting up with him, but that didn't turn out well. Life happens. I may not be the most pleasant of fellers, but there's a reason I'm not the most pleasant of fellers. It's one thing to not listen to somebody. It's another thing when you don't listen to somebody and it ends up with people dying. Just because somebody's a male doesn't mean that they can't be victimized. And just because somebody is disabled doesn't mean that they're mental and need therapy. There's a lot of people out here who are schizophrenic. There's a lot of people out here who are on drugs, and I do admit that. But just because other people on the streets are on drugs or alcohol or are schizophrenic doesn't mean that everyone out here is. There's also a lot of people in houses with those same issues. The difference is when somebody harms somebody in a house with those issues, well, we're supposed to feel bad and feel sorry for them. But when it's somebody on the street, you say, oh, they're dangerous and they're malicious and they're scary and we need to lock them up. Why won't they do anything about those crazies? Insanity. I don't think I'm going to be able to sit around and wait for Chris. I do have enough, well, makeshift food anyway, to go up the mountains and at least eat. I'll have to stay up there a few days this time. I don't have the money to keep doing this shit. And I shouldn't have to rely on drug addicts anyway. And I'm supposed to have a fucking case manager to help me with this shit. No such thing is there. Nope, just the empty promises and the fucking pipe dreams. Anyway, you'll never guess what I found up there in the mountains. I found 2 Honda Civic wheels. Mine from last year. The guy I went up there with, he went and rolled them off into the bushes. While I was trouncing around today, I found them. Early this morning. Cristo Ronaldo typed Ronaldo or Messi. I don't know who Cristo Ronaldo is. My name is Sean. I'm assuming you either came here over a Natalie Bollinger site or you're just a garden variety troll, which you might be somebody who came to the channel on accident. Who knows? But in either event, my name is Sean. Welcome to my channel, Ronaldo. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video. Make sure my phone gets charged before I head back up the mountains and can't be contacted because there's no service up there. This is all bullshit.